Welcome back, friends and family. Hope you're ready for another workout today. Gather around. We're gonna get right into it. All right, today is going to be a big pull day. All right, first thing we're testing today, how many strict pull-ups can you do in a row? Good question. We're gonna find out. So, number one, first thing after we warm up today, max strict pull-ups. I'm gonna go over the form in a bit, but just off the top of my head, all right, first thing, all the way down, okay, full lockout, full stretch at the bottom, okay? I'm tired of seeing all these pull-ups where the arm is still slightly bent at the bottom. Lock it out. Honestly, you should just let yourself hang there for half a second. A second if you're awesome. 2 seconds if you're crazy. No need. Half a second to a second, okay? Show that you can fully extend at the bottom. So, max strict pull-ups to start out the day. As soon as you're done, you're gonna grab a weight. If you have a belt, awesome. If you don't, and what I mean by a belt is the belt with the little chain that you can hang weight from. If you don't, or if you have dumbbells, you can put the dumbbells between your legs. I'm gonna be using a 45-pound plate, and we are gonna be doing 50 weighted strict pull-ups after that. Not at once, calm down, no need to freak out, okay? However many sets it takes. So, have to make sure the form is good. Right now, for me, it's about 5 to 6 reps a set. My goal is to get it to 10 reps a set, all right? And then pretty much once I'm able to do 10 weighted pull-ups with the 45-pound plate, I'm either gonna increase the reps, so it won't be 50 anymore, maybe go up to 75 or 100, or I increase the weight and I go to 50 again. So I'm gonna be using a 45-pound plate for my 50 weighted strict pull-ups, okay? Once we're done, get rid of that weight, and we're gonna be doing 50 strict chin-ups. But what we're focused on with the chin-ups today, biceps, okay? Chin-ups are actually an amazing bicep exercise when done with the focus on the biceps. So we're really, really focused on curling ourselves to the bar, activating our biceps rather than trying to elbows down, engage our back as much. We're still gonna be using our back, but if you can really focus on using your biceps, you'd be surprised how much of an arm pump you can get from that. So far, max strict pull-ups. Find out how many pull-ups we can do in a row. 50 weighted strict pull-ups, 50 body weight chin-ups, and then we're going into 100 base block pull-ups. Now I say base block just because that's the piece of equipment I have, but really what it is a horizontal pull-up, kind of like an Aussie pull-up. The more parallel you are to the ground, okay, the harder the pull-ups are gonna be. Or if you put your feet up, and now we're at an angle here, the even harder they're gonna be. So, or the more difficult they're gonna be. So you can kind of play around with difficulty there, depending on where you're at, but the whole premise is we're pulling horizontally and we're pulling down through our hips, okay? So a little bit of mid-back. Last but not least, after all of our pull-ups, barbell rows. What we're gonna be doing for our barbell rows though is we're gonna be standing on some sort of elevation. So I like to use a couple 45-pound plates, stand on top of the plate, and then allow your back to bend forward, allow that spine to curve a little bit, and then re-engage the spine to come all the way back up instead of just keeping your back flat the whole time. So, one more time, max strict pull-ups, boom. 50 weighted strict pull-ups, boom. 50 chin-ups. I'm not gonna say boom again, although I just did. 100 base block pull-ups or Aussie pull-ups. And then finally, last but not least, barbell rows. We're gonna do 4 sets of max reps. I think I'm gonna be going for 155 just to get some good stimulus there. But yeah, great pull workout today. The only kind of benchmark / challenge for today though, just to kind of see where everybody stacks up, is going to be how many strict pull-ups you can do in a row. And that's an emphasis on good strict pull-ups. So we'll go over that. Cool, let's get ready. Oh yeah, pull-up time. Okay, for pull-ups, I like to keep my hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Okay, I just feel like I get a little bit more of that wide lat appeal when I do my pull-ups like that. Obviously, the wider you go, the more I end up with that nice V taper that everybody's looking for, just because you are using more of your lats. So I like to go slightly wider. Then shoulder width. Okay, what I mean by all the way down. Okay, all the way down. Okay, every pull-up should start here. Okay, fully locked out. No bend in the elbow. Okay, from here, we're just going all the way up, chin above the bar, right back down. Let yourself hang for a second. And all the way up, chin above the bar, right back down. But full dead hang at the bottom. Okay? No cheating. Full dead hang at the bottom. Whew, that bar was cold. That bar was cold. All right, so just one set, as many of those as you can do. Pause for about half a second there, okay? All right, that's it for those. All right, just realized, I just demonstrated strict pull-ups. No need to re-demonstrate with the weight, but I will touch on how much weight we should be using. We want to be picking a weight where you get through 3 or 4 reps and you're already questioning if you can get any more, okay? That doesn't mean that the form goes out the window, but you want to pick a weight that's really going to challenge you and make it so that you really have to break up the 50, that big number 50, into a good amount of sets. I'm talking like six to 10 sets. If you're busting it out in 4 or 5, the weight's probably a little bit too light. So if you're busting it out 4 and 5, you want to go a little bit heavier. Pretty much just a little tidbit on how much weight we should be using for the 50 weighted strict pull-ups. But same thing with the form, okay? All the way down, full lockout, hold it for half a second, and right back up. You don't have to pause at the top or anything. Honestly, as soon as your chin gets above the bar, right back down. Easy peasy. Trying to find an angle that's visible here a little bit so we can see the chin-up form. For chin-ups, my hands are going to be a lot closer, almost like a little bit inside of my shoulders. Okay, still have to do a dead hang though. So coming up, I'm fully dead hanging at the bottom. And then what I'm going to try to do is I'm pretty much trying to twist my pinkies on the inside to activate my biceps. And I'm really just trying to isolate my biceps as I come to the top and really squeezing my biceps here. All the way back down, full extension. Okay, twist my pinkies towards my forehead. Isolate my biceps, chin over the bar, right back down. This handy dandy contraption is what I meant by Base Blocks. It's actually a company. I love them. They have all sorts of cool, just functional, easy to store away calisthenic equipment, even though I don't really store it anywhere. But love these for dips, love these for pretty much, horizontal pull-ups. So all we're doing is, if you don't have anything like this where you can come in between or, if you don't have anything like this, what you can do is you can use a barbell, put it on a rack, put it like halfway down, and then you can use the barbell as your kind of horizontal pull-up. So all I'm doing is I'm coming through the center. So if I have my barbell, I'm just going to be holding it kind of like this. All right. All the way down here, I'm going to lift my hips off the ground. My elbows are in line, or my forearms are in line with the bars here. And then I'm just pulling straight up to my chest. All the way back down, straight up. Okay. Fully locked out at the bottom. All right. All the way up. Fully locked out. Big stretch. All the way up at the top. Ah, nice. And then take a nap. Last, but most certainly not least, we have our, I like to call them deficit barbell rows. You're going to stand up on your 2 plates like so. I like to put my pinkies kind of between, if you have 2 knurls here. Not so wide as a snatch grip, a little bit narrower so that when the barbell's sitting on your thighs, it's slightly below your hips, okay? And then all I'm doing is when I have weight on the bar, it's gonna force me to come farther down into the stretch. I'm gonna let my back arch out a little bit, all right? So let my spine flex. And then part of the movement's actually going to be straightening the spine as I row all the way to my sternum. Follow my shins right back down, big stretch at the bottom. And then I'm gonna drive up, straighten my spine, and row all the way back down towards the bottom. All right, really allow the weight to carry my spine into that flex position. And then as I'm rowing back up, driving, straightening my spine, and I row like so. Whew, don't break the bar.
All right. I realized I filmed this earlier and I was pretty much screaming into the microphone, which didn't sound great. So we're going to talk softer, more gentle. Workout is done for the max strict pull-ups. Ended up getting 19, which felt pretty good. I didn't think I could swing the 20th without cheating and kipping. Really made sure to try to get all the way down, hang at the bottom for about half a second to a second, and right back up. Really get that full stretch. Did 50 weighted strict pull-ups in about sets of 5 or 6. I did it with a 45-pound plate. That felt pretty good. Really working on form. And then 50 chin-ups were definitely juicy. 100 base block pull-ups, pretty much Aussie pull-ups with back parallel to the ground. Hopefully I'm not screaming into the mic. What if I put the mic down here? So 100 base block pull-ups or Aussie. Like I said, horizontal pull, back parallel to the ground. That was juicy. And then last but not least, we did the barbell rows, really focused on the spine flexion, coming all the way up, pulling that bar pretty much between the belly button and the sternum. Really felt that in the back. Great workout. Hoping everybody that tunes in gives it a try. Let's see if you can hang. Pretty much think of it as a workout challenge, although really the only full challenge part of it is how many strict pull-ups can you do in a row, and I mean good strict pull-ups. Okay, no cheating. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.